Welcome viewers. It's no longer a rumor, reports have proved that Meghan and Harry are splitting. Stay tuned, this video explains all. Please, if you are new to my channel, take a moment to press the subscription button below and the notification bell for the latest news. After months of conjecture and suspicions regarding their marriage, a new story has surfaced outlining why Meghan should abandon her present narrative as well as her husband, Harry. The Sunday Times claimed in 2019 that Claude, a very senior member of the royal family, had given Meghan a uniquely snorty nickname, calling her the degree wife, and why? Because she'll only last 3 years, and this has now begun to look like it may be genuine. After 5 years of marriage, speculation has grown that Meghan and Harry's marriage is in jeopardy. Meghan stopped wearing her engagement and eternity rings, they stopped practicing their slightly disgusting continual hand-holding, and Meghan didn't show up with him for King Charles's coronation. Or when he gave evidence in his case against the Mirror, or when he returned to the UK for the Wild Child Awards last week. Now, Alison Bosshop of the Daily Mail has done a thorough dive into their marriage and is really peeling back the cotton. She's disclosing if everything is well and they're still using his and his toilets and distributing salt and pepper together, or if love has officially died in this case and it's time for Harry to pack his belongings and return home. So, what exactly is going on? According to Bosshop, they are heading in opposite paths, but just in terms of their professions. Once upon a time, it appeared that both of them were working tirelessly to improve the brand Sussex, but that appears to be no longer the case. And, according to a Meghan friend as well as brand and cultural expert Nick Addy, they're attempting to repair the harm done last year. He told Vesa, "I've spoken to mutual friends, and it's not true they're divorcing. What they're doing now is attempting to erase the damage they caused with the Harry and Meghan documentary and Spare, which turned them into a toxic couple. The first step is for Meghan to step away from the victim narrative and away from Harry so that people can see who she is." According to Bosshop, it is more about brand separation than personal separation. So, Meghan appears to be ditching Harry professionally speaking. The obvious issue is, assuming we believe what he says, how will Harry feel about all of this? Last year, Meghan and Harry won a silver prize for their Netflix documentary series. Of course, they were beaten by Tender Swindler, the most watched series of all time, and then Harry's book became the fastest-selling non-fiction title ever. Those triumphs, however, have not been enough to sustain their appeal. Their popularity has dropped precipitously. Let us pause for a moment to consider how far the terrain has moved if, in fact, Meghan needs to move away from the victim narrative and away from Harry in order to be a viable commercial prospect. Another question is what it says about Meghan and Harry's road to this point. People now regard them as a poisonous relationship. And allegedly Meghan is trying to rectify the damage they caused herself with all their huge money projects. And Meghan must now move away from the victim narrative and away from Harry in order for people to know who she truly is. Stats aren't looking good. Meghan and Harry's approval rating in the United States has now fallen into the negatives. While Meghan and Harry have not been doing well, according to a poll conducted by Gallup last month, Prince William is the most popular public figure in the United States. President Joe Biden and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky were also defeated. It's also worth noting that The Heart of Invictus, Harry's long-awaited Netflix documentary, has basically bombed watching figures. It did not make the top 10 most watched Netflix series. This is the second series in a row that Meghan and Harry's Archewell production has performed poorly in the ratings. It probably didn't help matters that one of the stars of Leave to Lead, former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, traveled to Great Lakes to disassociate herself from Meghan and Harry after the trailer was released. Hence I believe the issue is rather obvious. Brand Sussex is fighting to remain afloat at the moment, and it's a serious scenario given that Meghan and Harry are now responsible for paying their own bills. For 4 months now, it's been clear that the couple, who, as Meghan once said, are like salt and pepper, we always move together. When it comes to their image and professions, they are currently heading in divergent ways. We discovered in April that Meghan has signed up with the Hollywood mega agency WME. It says a lot that Harry was nowhere to be found and that Meghan was the one who sought out this bigwig representation. Both Harry and Meghan have recently returned to Instagram. I mean, he appeared on the account of his pal Natchef Aguirre, and Meghan appeared on the account of her hairdresser Katie Liss. Meghan, on the other hand, has become a more eager public presenter. In just a few weeks, she was photographed while out for lunch, demonstrating her enjoyment of her lifestyle in California. She also went to the Beyoncé concert without Harry and sought to meet Jeff Bezos and Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos while she was there. According to The Telegraph, Meghan is poised to announce something big, some kind of digital entrepreneurialism that will be hailed as authentic who she is. Meghan's Instagram account @Meghan has 127,000 followers despite the fact that it has not yet been launched. It has also been reported that Meghan might earn up to $1.5 million every paid post, but Harry's future career prospects do not appear to be promising, since he has no new projects that have been verified or approved. He never got a podcast going, there was no second book announced, and earlier this year sources indicated Vatera claimed he did nothing on a daily basis. And he discussed his participation with Vatera, claiming that the juice isn't worth the squeezing. So it appears that Harry has turned out to be a bit of a lemon, and according to the letter Harry is in the early stages of discussing a new documentary with Netflix, which will focus on oil drilling in Botswana's Okavango Delta. Okay, that sounds nice, but let's be honest, this Africa project has been spoken about for months and is still in its early phases. But, more importantly, is it something that people will want to watch? I mean, it's unlikely that many Netflix customers will be interested in it, they want something a little more spicy. Then there's the sticky subject of their obviously opposing views to life in the spotlight. Meghan appears to be more than ready for her close-up, while Harry claims that every flash of the camera transports him back to his mother's death. Last month, a person familiar with the couple's experience at Spotify told Page 6, Harry has made it clear that he does not want to be in the media, he would be very happy to get away, I think he'd like to go and live in Botswana as long as he had money. According to the source, Meghan enjoys being famous. Good enough so when Meghan attended to Beyoncé's birthday concert, she posed with Kerry Washington and Kelly Rowland instead of looking for celebs to photograph with when she went with Harry just a few days earlier. And there's another point of contention in all of this. While Meghan's friend may be convinced that everything is okay in Montecito, other people Allison's boss has spoken with have been far less positive about what's really going on behind the scenes. One senior media source in Hollywood told Boss Hob of the Sussex unit, "It's 100% over, that's what I hear, and I've been hearing it for months." According to Boss Hob, another insider said Netflix is unlikely to renew their contract in 2 years because they don't expect them to be a relationship by then. That doesn't seem very appealing, does it? And there is some irony here, because all of this potential drama, new ventures, and attempts to get out of this jam would make a fairly interesting TV series, wouldn't it? That is something I might be willing to binge watch. And you, what do you think about Meghan and Harry's marriage? Please write your opinion below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching.